How did Syria's Bashar al-Assad manage to stay in power for so long while his country crumbled? In short, a willingness to use violence against his own people with the help of foreign powers. Let me explain. Syrians, inspired by the Arab Spring, took to the streets in 2011, demanding change. Assad's response? A brutal crackdown. What started as peaceful protests quickly descended into a devastating war that would define his rule. To stay in power, Assad relied heavily on military strength and political support from Iran, Hezbollah, and later Russia. He dismissed the rebellion and called it terrorism and a foreign conspiracy. Syria turned into a battleground for international powers. As the conflict intensified, the world witnessed extreme tactics. In 2013, Assad's forces launched a chemical attack on eastern Ghouta, killing more than 1,000 people, including children, drawing widespread international condemnation. 4 years later, the Syrian Air Force used sarin gas on rebel-held Khan Sheikhoun, which killed at least 80 people, according to a UN Commission of Inquiry. In 2014, these images were smuggled out of Syria by a former military photographer known as Caesar. They depicted over 50,000 detainees who had been subjected to torture, starvation, and execution in government-run prisons. More evidence of the scale of the violence used to suppress opposition and maintain control. Once seen as a reformist, Assad was always uncompromising and defiant and ignored a UN-led political process to bring about a democratic transition. The Syrian economy wasn't spared either. Sanctions as a result of the war combined with corruption proved a devastating mix. By 2022, more than 2/3 of the population lived in poverty, with over a quarter in extreme poverty, struggling to meet basic needs of food, water, and healthcare. In 2023, after more than 12 years of conflict, Assad was welcomed back into the Arab League by the same Arab states that once shunned him. But the situation on the ground remained the same until late 2024, when a surprise advance by opposition fighters quickly advanced on Damascus, forcing Assad to flee. His legacy of power at any cost will be remembered through the devastation of Syria. Millions of Syrians now hope for what comes next for their nation.